invest in yourself. Don't stop doing it. Never let anybody tell you that you can't do something.
Welcome to Local Music Talks. I'm your host, Kayla, and I'm here to learn all about NEPA local musicians and what makes them each and all unique. Today I have with me Gus The Savage. Gus The Savage is a 7-time award-winning multi-genre musical artist born and raised out of the Bronx, New York, now based out of the Scranton, PA area. Gus is a 3-time Steamtown Music Award winner, 1-time 570 Music Show Award winner, a 2-time Access NEPA Best of Award winner, and the winner of the 2022 Keystone Stage Performing Artist of the Year Award. What's going on, Gus? How are you today?
Kayla, I am doing fantastic. I'm happy to be here at Keystone College in the studio right now. This is a beautiful vibe. I'm happy to be here.
Good. I'm happy to have you here. So the first thing that I want to know is why you're here today. What drew you into music and what made you want to continue with it?
All right, so one of two things drew me to music. The first one being the death of Michael Jackson. In 2009, when Michael Jackson passed away, I was 9 years old. I only knew Michael Jackson from Billie Jean, Beat It, and Thriller, and I didn't know anything else. So when he passed away, I took a very large interest in him, and I learned everything that there was to know about Michael Jackson. And I would often imitate him, try to do his dance moves. I would watch all his concert videos. I'm really into Michael Jackson now, so he became one of my inspirations. And then fast forward a couple years later, I was in an Xbox Live party with a couple of my friends, and they was all rapping. And I was like, oh, if they could rap, then I could rap too. And that's where it came full circle.
All right. So do you rap? How would you describe the genre of music that you play?
So that's how I started off. I started off primarily being a rapper. That's what I was, and I guess that's what I wanted for myself at the time. But as the years went by, not only did my interest change, but my name changed. I went through a whole bunch of different phases before I was Gus The Savage. And then as Gus The Savage, I was still rapping and stuff like that. Around maybe 2019, I started messing around with melodies and singing a lot more. And then that's when I guess went a little bit mainstream. And now I try to disband myself from just that one genre because I do multiple genres. I do rock, pop, R&B, rap. So I'm not just Gus the rapper. I'm Gus The Savage, the artist now.
Are there any artists in particular that currently impact your style?
Yes, absolutely. So with the type of vibe that I'm trying to come with now, I want to say Chris Brown is one of my main go-tos for inspo. And then there's A Boogie with the Hoodie, who really inspired my melodic style. Again, going back to Michael Jackson, he's not a current artist who's alive right now, but I definitely take bits and pieces from him. And there's a whole bunch of people from the 90s too.
Are there any genres that you want to explore a little bit more?
I do want to keep on doing my rock stuff because people have told me that they like that a lot. I've never done country. That scares me.
That's okay. I think that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think I want to.
Yeah.
I might try just to see, but I don't think I want to do that.
Well, can you play acoustic?
No.
Okay.
I can't play any instrument other than the drums. And I'm not that good at that either. I haven't been for a couple years.
You trying to learn?
I'm down to relearn. I used to play drums in my godfather's church. And
Okay.
I used to be really good, and I put down the sticks and I took the street instead.
Gotcha.
When I lived in New York. So I haven't picked up sticks in a couple months, actually. I did drum at a karaoke night one night.
Okay.
And that was pretty good. I have video of that.
You feel it? Did it get
Yeah,
behind it a little bit?
listening to the music and then in the monitors, I'm okay, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
And it just all came back to me.
So actually, in terms of that, tell me a little bit about your recording process. How do you record? Do you record and mix independently, or do you record in a studio and have somebody else mix it?
So I used to go to a studio to record, and during the pandemic, when our lovely president was handing out free money, I had two options.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on vacation, or let's invest in ourselves and get our own equipment. That way we don't have to always go to the studio.
Yeah.
So I want to say early 2020, I got my equipment in my house. I set up my studio, and ever since then, I've been self-engineering myself.
Okay. So do you make your own beats and everything, or do you have somebody else make those for you and send them to you?
With the beats, I have a team of producers. My boy Nate Will and my other good friend Revenue Bangers. They make the beats for me. They actually produced a lot of the songs that were on my most recent album and the album before that. I've been working with them for about 2.5 years. Nate a little bit longer than Rev, because Rev came in like, I want to say early 2021.
Gotcha.
And we all like came together, and we've been working together ever since. And it's a great relationship because they know my style, they know the vibe I want, and they are amazing producers. Like, they send me beats, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, you made this beat with the, you know?
So apart from the technical aspect, what goes into writing your lyrics in music? Is there any hidden meaning in your music?
I feel like there's always something that that I try to, like, you know, throw in there subliminally. A lot of my music is inspired by things that I've been through, or I look at it from a fictional standpoint. I try to make relatable music that other people can listen to, and they could be like, oh my God, that happened to me.
Yeah.
You know, I've been told that I have prevented somebody from killing themselves with one of my songs.
Oh, wow.
And that song was called 13 Reasons Why. I dropped that in 2019, right when the series was, like, very popular. And I got a Snapchat like, yo, listening to this song, you really helped me out. Like, I didn't kill myself today. And I was like, wow. So I aspire to make relatable music. I want to heal the world with my music. I want to help others with my music. And I also want people to party, because I have a little bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Was that the first time that you realized your music was making a difference in people's lives?
Most definitely, because as an artist, you know, especially in the early stages, you get discouraged. You're like, oh, what am I doing this for? I'm doing this for no reason. The only people that are listening are my friends. But getting that message, I was like, okay, like, I'm really doing something with this.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite lyric or a favorite song that you've written?
Favorite song? I'm not going to lie. Like, I think all my songs are great, so I can't even pick a favorite. But if I had to, I want to say it's Endless featuring Tasso. That's on my my recent album, and it's the main track 1, to lead off the album. And I think it's my favorite because I love summer, and listening to that song, that's what the kind of vibe it gives me. It gives off the summer poppy vibe where you can listen to that on your way to the beach. And I feel like if, you know, people are still listening to my album in the summertime and they hear that song, it'll, like, pick up, maybe go viral, who knows.
Gotcha. Are you currently working on anything?
So I am working on a new project. Once I'm done filling everybody's ears with this album, I'm gonna bring out a new style for me, but not so much a new style for the world. I like 90s music. 80s and 90s vibes is kind of my thing. That's like my hidden, you know. So I'm working on like a New Jack Swing type of mixtape.
Gotcha.
Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown-esque type. And I have like 2 songs already done.
All right.
So that's in the works. That's I don't have a name for it. I do have a name for it, but I don't want to say the name for it.
No, I got you, man. Keep it
9 times
secret.
out of 10, like, it'll be a different name by the time I drop it. So.
For sure. Are you excited for it to be released? And how do you feel about the amount of work you've put into it so far?
So, I mean, there's not that much work that's been put into it because I've been doing a lot of working, like my actual job.
Yeah.
I'm really excited, though, for when it's all completed and for people to hear it. And that's how I always feel about every project that I put out. I want people to hear it and be like, oh, my God, like, this is new for Gus The Savage. Like, what? We've never heard this type of Gus The Savage music before. Where did this come from? So my expectations for everything that I drop is just about the same. But I'm really excited to work in that realm of music and try to bring back what older crowd would have listened to when they were my age.
Yeah, you just got to brand it right, man, and then people will be listening.
Exactly.
The audience that you want to reach anyway.
Yeah.
How do you feel about performing live?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love performing live, and I love performing live because I get the audience involved.
Yeah.
So I sing songs of my own, and I do covers. And when I do the covers, some of the covers have, like, crowd participation. So, like, clap with me. Or if they know the words, they'll sing it right back to me, and then I'll keep it going. But I love performing. I've been performing since I was maybe 15.
Okay.
I started doing birthday parties, quinceañeras and stuff like that. And now I've been at venues and bars and open mics. So performing for me is crucial. And I try to put on my best performance every time because I want to captivate the audience and I want to give an electrifying performance.
Yeah. What's your favorite show you've ever played?
My favorite show right now, I want to say, was the Electric City Music Conference last year at Classics Bar.
Okay.
That room was packed and the crowd was erupting.
Yeah.
They were engaged, and I knew some of the audience members too, so that's what made it really cool for me. I had them singing my songs back to me, my originals, so it was
That
it was
must have
pretty
felt
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, oh my goodness. I love when I hear people say the same words that I'm saying, and
I did that.
yeah,
That's me.
word.
Is there anywhere you would want to play? Dream show.
Ooh, I was about to say, you want me to be realistic, or
Yeah.
you want me? I mean,
No, dream show.
No, check it out. So the way that I look at stuff like that, I feel like nothing is unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like anything is possible. So it wouldn't necessarily be a dream show. It's a goal that I have
Mm-hmm.
and that I will accomplish. Performing at Madison Square Garden.
Got you.
I want to perform at home. I was born and raised in the Bronx, and I feel like a home-based show would be one of the greatest feelings for me because I look at everything from a wrestling aspect.
Yeah.
When you have a favorite wrestler and that wrestler is from your city, everybody from the city comes together and they're like, dude, you're from our city. We're going to support you. So I can only imagine me being from New York performing at Madison Square Garden in front of 70,000 people that are screaming my name. That is something that I strive to do eventually within the next couple years. And Rolling Loud. I want to do Rolling
Yeah.
Loud really bad, yeah.
Damn, man. I hope you can achieve that.
We're gonna.
All right. What is the best piece of advice that another musician has given you?
The best piece of advice that another musician has ever given me was to take any opportunity that comes my way because I never know what could come from it.
Yeah.
It can be an exposure show where I don't make any money, and this is at the beginning of my career when I was doing stuff like that. You never know what could come from it. So I could be performing in front of 200 people. I don't get paid for that, but maybe 40 out of that 200 just followed me on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're gonna be loyal to me. And then when I do an actual paid show, that's my show, they'll come out to the show. And also to just do it. Nike, very cliche,
Yeah.
but just do it. Don't give up on trying to do it, and don't let anybody discourage you because you are your own worst enemy. And if you get discouraged by everybody else, imagine how you're going to feel about yourself.
Never say no.
Exactly.
All right. So in that same sort of category, what advice would you give to another musician?
Invest in yourself. Please invest in yourself. Start I noticed a lot with some of the local artists in the area who are in my realm of music. They just take the beats off YouTube and think, oh,
Yeah.
I can put this song out on Apple Music. Get your leases. Get your own studio equipment if you don't want to pay $40 an hour for studio time plus an extra $80 to mix on top of that. It's starting to become ridiculous. These producers and I wouldn't say producers because they make the beats. The engineers are sucking money out of artists to deliver, quality recordings,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. But that same quality recording you can do yourself if
Yep.
you learn it, and that's what I've done. I record at home. I have unlimited studio time. I wake
Mm-hmm.
up in the studio. So invest in yourself. Don't stop doing it. Never let anybody tell you that you can't do something, because you can do it. If somebody were to tell me right now that I can't go win 10 more awards, I'd look at them and laugh, and I'd win 20 just to be like, yeah, what happened? I thought I couldn't do it. Never let anybody tell you can't do something, because nothing is impossible.
Damn, man, I think I'm going to take that advice too.
Yeah, do it. Hell yeah, apply it.
Outside of music, is there anything else that you have an interest in? You want to share where you work or what you do, who you are as a human and not just a musician?
So outside of Gus the Savage, I'm just Gus. Take care of my grandparents for work, and I enjoy my video games on occasion. If I don't make it in music, which I'm really confident in myself that I will, but if I don't, I have two avenues that I'd like to go down. One being acting, because I did a play in high school, and that was like my first acting role, and it felt great. And then the other would be professional wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, even though it's like semi-fake, I enjoy entertaining people. And if, putting my body on the line is the way that I can entertain you, hey, it is what it is.
Are you training for that already?
I wouldn't say I'm training for that right now. No, not so much. I just do like a little backyard thing with my friends.
Gotcha.
And as much as they say don't try it at home, who's going to listen to that really? But we're careful. Like, we know, at least I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Everybody else, has a little bit of work to do, but I know what I'm doing, and my boy Mikhail knows what he's doing as well. RJ still has a little bit of training to do, but he's all right. He's up there with us.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want everyone to know?
I want everybody to stop associating me with just hip-hop.
Gotcha.
I want people to understand that I am an artist, and everything that I put out is a piece of art, whether it's rock, rap, hip-hop, R&B, pop. I don't just do one thing.
Yeah.
So I want people to know that when they say multi-genre, it's legit multi-genre. It's not Gus the hip-hop star, not Gus the rapper. Gus the Savage, the artist, the multi-genre music artist.
Yeah. Is there any special meaning behind that name?
Gus the Savage?
Yeah. Or does it just sound cool?
So, I'm not going to lie. Back in, 2015, I had this, girlfriend that lived around here, and I played her one of my songs, and she was like, oh, my boyfriend's a Savage. And I was like, yeah, Gus the Savage. And I was like, wait a minute. That is a cool name. So it started off as something that is cool, but now it's become a personification for each track that I put out or each project as a whole. My boy Mike did a review on the album, and basically that's what he said, this album is straight Savage, and that's why that's his name. And I've learned that because I've tried to change my name so many times, because Gus the Savage sometimes doesn't sound right next to a love song. But I learned that savagery is not just one thing either. So, as much as I am multi-genre, savagery can be put into the realm of music. You are fierce with the sound. And that, I guess that's what Gus the Savage means now.
All right. That's definitely a little bit more identifying. Fierce and brave rather than just savage.
Yeah, I do things that people I know wouldn't want to do.
Yeah. I
jump out of my comfort zone all the time.
Good. That's what you got to do. That's how you keep moving forward.
Exactly.
Anything else?
Make sure you guys are streaming It's Okay, You Don't Have to Understand the album, which is available on every single streaming platform. Stream Gus the Savage, the album, my self-titled album that was released before this one. I'm probably going to have some shows coming up soon by the time that you guys are able to listen to this podcast. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram, GTS570, Gus the Savage, pretty much everywhere. You might end up seeing me on your TV screen one day.
All right, Gus, thanks so much for coming on to talk today.
Absolutely.
You can find Gus's music on all streaming platforms, including Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music. His socials will be linked below, so you can find him and explore more for yourself. Thanks for listening, and tune in next time to learn about your favorite local musicians.